Jeez. Gotta hydrate here. You gotta stay hydrated. Am I wearing pants? You tell me. Hey everybody, this is Roberto Scarlato coming to you live from inside the booth. I just wanted to give you guys a peek in the area I work in. This is my mic. It's an Audio Technica, I think 2020. It's what I use all my audiobooks for, at least 2015 and 2016. I just wanted to give you a sneak preview of one of the books that I'm narrating today. It's called Terrible Things by Brian Colborne. And it's what the author describes as the bonus DVD extra of his audiobook Leetch, which is a very good story about an alcoholic coming to terms with his life and going to his childhood home, and in cleaning out the house he finds pieces of his life, and they conjure up memories that are very painful, but he has to get through it. And I just figure this could be like a new segment that I do coming from inside the booth, so that you can take a peek at how I do this. So yeah, without further ado, here is the first 4 or 5 minutes of Terrible Things. Enjoy.
John lowered his gun to his side. The rifle vibrated in his grip, and the sound of gunshots still rang in his ears. He stared at the bodies on the ground. Some of their eyes were still open, and he felt as though they stared right at him. I did a terrible thing, he thought. He felt a hand on his shoulder. Leetch, snap out of it. It was Lieutenant Gorman. Yes, sir, John said. Let's move out, Private, Gorman said. Men? Gorman held his hand in the air and signaled to the rest of the unit. They fell in line and followed Gorman. While they walked, they spoke to each other in hushed tones. John was next to Mickey. Psst, Leetch, Mickey said. You all right? John looked at him, but didn't say anything. He eventually nodded. What the hell happened back there? Mickey said. It was a mistake. They were just scared farmers, John said. They shouldn't have shot at us then, Mickey said. We never should have gone there, John said. He looked around the countryside as the village disappeared on the horizon. Korea didn't look like he thought it would. He thought it was going to be a ravaged wasteland. The newspapers didn't help that perception. Before he enlisted, all he saw was pictures of tanks and burned-out buildings on the front pages. But there he was, walking alongside a river with lush green fields on either side and farm crops scattered about here and there. The cool breeze blew across his face, and he thought about his house back home. When he left, his wife was 8 months pregnant. Every now and then she sent him a letter filled with stories about little Jimmy. They didn't have a camera, so he had no idea what his son looked like. He tried to picture him in his head, but this time all he saw was the face of that woman back in the village. She couldn't have been more than 20. Her baby certainly wasn't more than 6 months old. John realized that Mickey was still talking to him. Gonna catch hell for this one, you know? Gorman, Mickey said. It's gonna be bad. The lieutenant turned his head from the front of the line. Pipe down back there, Gorman said. They walked the rest of the way in silence. Back at the camp, John tried to settle in for the night. He tossed and turned on his cot, but couldn't get comfortable. It didn't matter, though, because Mickey barged in and kicked John's cot. Leetch, he said. It's Gorman. Here? John said. No. Someone told Major Lang about the village. So? You think he'll get a court-martial? Don't know. Yeah, I think he will. What's going to happen with us, you think?
Okay, I hope you like that. If you did enjoy that, the author's name is Brian Colborne. You can find him on Twitter, and I'll have the links below for his page. And also, I'll have the links below for my page with all the books that I narrated from Audible. So, I guess I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining me.